What's going on? Josh, Blue Collar Biceps. So today I'm going to be installing a bathroom vanity, sink, faucet, drainage, the whole nine. I just got back from Home Depot actually. I had to pick up an 1.25 inch trap that I forgot yesterday. Dragged my girlfriend along. She was good about it. I was trying to be prepared for this job today, but I got sidetracked looking at some one-step glue and primer. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm really excited to. You don't have to prime and then glue like you always had to do.
That's pretty neat.
I know it's approved in New Hampshire for use. I don't know about other states or where it's allowed and where it's not, but check it out if your state does allow it. I'd give it a go. I'm assuming it's gonna work well. But I also picked up this Zarcon HD 55. This is a stud finder. My old one was really screwed up. It would give me wacky readings and tell me there's a stud on a wall, and then it actually turns out there was nothing there. But anyway, that's gonna be handy. Plumbing tools, tools in general, having the right tool for the job is key when you're doing plumbing. But I'm gonna head over to the job and I'll see you guys there. Here we are at the job. So this bathroom is, I guess you'd call a partial remodel. There's a new floor there, as you can see. The tub shower is a hack job, for lack of a better term. That I did not do that, so if you do catch a glimpse of that, just know that was not my work. Unfortunately, I'm only doing the vanity and the sink top here at this job. Here I'm cutting away at that old copper adapter. I'm going to be transitioning from the copper to PVC up through the vanity. So just filing down that edge there, you can see. Just don't want any burrs or anything when I go to put that on. I want it to be a nice clean connection. Don't want to have to deal with any leaks or anything, tearing up that rubber. I don't think that would happen anyway, but just playing it safe. Measuring for my PVC there. Like I said, we're going to do PVC up through the vanity. The next tool you're going to see me use here, I am very excited to own. It's the Milwaukee M12 cordless PVC shear. It does 200 cuts on one charge. Here it is. I'm pulling it out now. And it'll cut up to 2-inch Schedule 80 PVC. Great tool. It's going to cut through this. You'll see here, just like butter. It cuts no problem. It doesn't hesitate, or I know some guys have said or have demonstrated how it'll kind of stutter on, I guess, Schedule 80 in some piping, but I haven't had an issue with that yet. As you can see there, slice right through it. You end up with this super clean cut without a burr. I'm not sitting there in the bathroom with my hacksaw chopping away at PVC, making a big mess. So less cleanup, it's always nice. This, if I can remember, this gave me kind of a hard time. So you're probably going to see me struggle here for a minute trying to just get the PVC. I guess we got it. Now I'm using this torque wrench. I'm using a band clamp, and this torque wrench is designed to torque these to the proper spec. Just tightening up that second one, doing them evenly. You don't want to crank one all the way, and then, at least that's how I was always taught. This, it may not matter, but I like to torque things evenly. Looking good there. The next, you're going to see a picture. There it is. This is the band clamp I'm talking about. So that transitions you from 1.5" copper to the 1.5" PVC. So I can set my vanity on top. You also have the 2 waterline stub ups, the old ones. They are capped off. I think the other company had capped those off and removed the other stuff. Like I said, that shower back there, I don't even think you're going to see too much of it, but there's actually a gap between the tub and the shower walls. There's a big gap there. It's just a very rough installation. Caulking around there so I can set the bowl. This vanity, I did have to shim the back of it. The wall wasn't quite square. That's kind of common though. A lot of times in older bathroom, you have to shim it. You can see the shims there. I wouldn't leave that exposed like that, but in this case, you're not going to see that side of the vanity. It's pretty close. It's closer to the wall than it actually appears. And there's some tools I use on this job, guys. So we're back at Home Depot. Forgot to check if the stud finder took batteries. Sure does. I'm in need of 1 9-volt battery. I'm gonna go grab that. It's not a total wasted trip because I also need some wood shims for the back of the vanity anyway.
That's what we do here.
It doesn't sit flush to the wall. So let's go grab that stuff. All right, guys, we are back from the depot. Here I am rolling out my putty to apply to these rings. Basically what these do, they are going to sit on top of the sink top, and they're going to be the part underneath the faucet handles that makes that watertight seal. So when water is up in that area, you know how it splashes around, it's not going to leak under the vanity. That's what the putty's for, creates a seal. I haven't done, honestly, a whole lot of these, the single-handled faucet style like this here, but it wasn't terribly hard. If you are doing anything that you really haven't done a whole lot of, my biggest tip is to definitely read the instructions. It makes life a whole lot easier. I used to be the kind of plumber or technician who would rush through and try to get started on something without even looking at the paperwork, and that just sets you up for failure and basically a loss in time and a bigger headache than you really should have to deal with. This here was a very tight working area trying to get these rings on. I did get it. I'm using my little pliers there, as you can see. It was just tough getting that excess putty off after everything's nice and tight. All right, and here we are setting the faucet handles. You want to make sure that when you set these, everything's nice and square. The way they sit down on there, you could be like off center basically, and you want to make sure everything's nice and even when you tighten it down. Nothing too exciting here. Just wanted to show the process to you guys. Making sure everything looks good and tight. Again, you don't want one handle, you know, off on an angle and then the other one straight. It's kind of common sense, but here we go, rolling out some more putty. This I'm going to be applying to the drain stop there, the portion that's going to go in the sink bowl. That's about the amount I like to use, and I don't smush it down a whole lot. What I do is I like to put it in there and just push it down. That way, you're going to make sure you have enough on there and a good seal. It's going to tighten up from the bottom anyways, so basically you're just getting it on there, getting it set up to be adapted and tightened down from the bottom. That'll suck that down in. Here is a tool I'm also really excited to have. It's a new one for me, but it makes a whole lot of a difference. It makes life a lot easier when you're working with a tailpiece extension or traps like this. You can see how easy it was to cut that instead of leaving it all. There you go, rigid tailpiece extension cutter.